This is a really fantastic question. What has the ViMove Plus AMI taught me? And to be honest with you, when I first started on this journey, I had no clue the amounts of things that I would learn. So, just to give you perspective, we have 450 systems across 5 different countries. With this system, we have collected data on 90,000 individuals. We collect 3,500 data points for every assessment that we do, and that equates to about 320 million data points related to human movement. So what that has allowed us to do by mass data, because what we're now able to do is collect such a large amount of data that we can see trends in movement before the research is even published. And I'll give you one specific example that was really kind of an aha moment for me, and that was related to concussion. So, one of the things that we know from the research is that if you have a concussion, you are 3 times more likely to tear your ACL up to 3 years post concussion. So, we know that in the research, it's been well published in the research. And the question was always, well, why is that? And is there something that we can do about it? So what we found, because we do collect concussion history and we collect movement data, what we found is that those athletes who have had a concussion, they lack single limb stability. And what specifically what we measure is your ability to control your knee from going in towards midline. And what we found is that the athletes who have had a history of concussion, they're not able to control that, both the magnitude and the speed at which your knee goes in towards midline. That is the number one risk factor for ACL. So the beauty of that is that what it's allowed us to do then is to take that knowledge that we've gained from this mass data and then apply that to the treatment protocols that we do for concussion. So now for concussion, you can guarantee that one of the things that you're going to do at the conclusion or towards the end of your concussion rehab is you're going to start doing some single limb training, some single leg squats, some single leg hops, multi-directional hops. Now, that may sound very, rudimentary, but the reality is we never did that as a part of concussion rehab. So now, knowing that you have to work on that in order to control those motions and that those motions put you at risk for ACL injury, what this data has taught us is now what we need to do as a part of our concussion rehab. Now, the beauty of that is that that applies to a lot of different things. We're seeing some correlations to lack of pelvic stability and risk for falls in firefighters. We're seeing lack of single limb stability and increased risk for police officers to get injured during effecting an arrest. We're seeing the impact that dynamic valgus in your knee going in towards midline has on sprint speed and on vertical jump and power output. So the beauty of that is that it is ever learning. We are constantly learning information, and what I do is I use that information not only to create better programs for my patients and my athletes, but also to educate other clinicians around the country and around the world about how you use this information to create better programming and a better outcome for the athlete.